program for you. Tag the classroom in your home, educative program. So we believe you will learn English, mathematics, general studies, full of knowledge. Come, let's have some fun. For the best reasons we know and we believe in awesome pupils like you, and for coming this far with us, we want to appreciate you. We want to commend you. This program tagged the classroom in your home has been specially designed for you. A program that has been initiated by Lagos State Universal Basic Education Board, LASUBEB. It is to ensure that no child is left behind. And this edition is for lower primary classes. Let's introduce ourselves to you children.
Hello, amazing pupils. I am Auntie Tino, your mathematics teacher, and today's mathematics class promises to be fun.
All right, pupils, high five. How are you? Yeah, I'm fine to be here and I'm happy to be here. I am Uncle Sheyi, your general studies teacher, and you will be having fun with me today in our general studies class, okay? All right.
Beautiful. I am Auntie Lola, and I'll be taking you through English studies which are called communication class. And in trial, we'll bring you
the classroom in your home.
Please relax, do not go away, and let's learn. Wonderful pupils, you're welcome to today's English studies class, which we call communication class. And as our usual practice, we look at something new and interesting. And I really have to commend you because for coming this far, for participating and always doing your assignment promptly. You are awesome. And today's topic is adverbs. What did I say, children? Adverbs. So before we delve into that topic, can you bring out your homework books? Right? Is it with you now? Oh, it's Andy. Beautiful. Now let's get the correction done. And while I give you the answer, you mark in your books. Is that okay? All right. So last lesson, we looked at a comprehension passage, and it was more of what, children? Food safety. And I gave you some words in the box, right? And I told you to fit in the correct word into the sentences. So I'll just go straight to the answer and you mark in your homework book. Is that okay? All right. So the first one, food can become bad at any stage during its growth, processing, and cooking. Did you get that? A tick. Okay, the second one, millions of people fall ill as a result of eating unsafe food. Did you get that too? Oh, another tick. The third one, food poisoning is a stomach illness. Okay, the fourth one, food should be kept safe for us to eat. So the answer there is safe. Number 5, to prevent food poisoning, utensils should be properly washed. Like I said in the last lesson, knife, spoon, right? They are utensils. Your spoon, yes, they are utensils in the kitchen. What is your mark? I'm sure you've given yourself your mark just right about now. 5 out of 5, 4 out of 5. You deserve to be celebrated. Awesome. And now we move to today's business. But first, the learning objective for today. Now, by the end of today's lesson, you should be able to define adverbs also. You should be able to identify examples of adverbs in sentences. Are you ready? Okay, let's begin with this powerful tool when speaking and when writing. Adverb is one of the part of speech that is really needed and important when you're speaking and when you're writing. I'm sure you recall we've talked about verbs on this platform, right? The verbs are what? They are action words. They are doing words. Anything you're doing at a particular point in time, sit, stand, walking, sleeping, eating, they are what? They are verbs, they are action words. And now we want to talk about adverbs. It means what? We added AD to verbs. Don't worry, we will surely treat everything or part of it today, and next lesson we will continue. Now, what are adverbs? Adverbs are words that go with or modify verbs. Adverbs are words that what go with or modify verbs. Don't let this big grammar confuse you. It simply means change. Modify means what? Change. So either you modify verbs or you change verbs. And it also goes along with verbs in sentences. It goes along with what? Verbs in sentences. So they are like twins. When you're saying a verb, you're also seeing an adverb going along with it in sentences. And also that tells us how an action is done. Adverbs tells us how an action is done. Now, note, children, that this word how is written in a bold yellow print, which means you need to put it at the back of your mind that what adverbs tells us how. How, number one. Let's move. Adverbs also tells us when an action is done. I said the first one is what? How. The second one is what? When an action is done. Okay. The third one, where an action is done. How, where, when. Those are the three jobs of adverbs in sentences. Are you with me, children? Are you with me? Don't forget the modify verbs, or they go with what? With verbs. Now, in sentences, what they do, they tell us when an action is done, they tell us where an action is done, and they tell us what? Where, how, when, where. Is that okay, children? Let's move. And also, to what extent? How, where, when, to what extent an action is done. So adverbs has a lot of work it's doing in a what? In a sentence. How often an action is performed? How often? Is it regularly? Is it once a while? It tells us that. Now, for us to identify adverbs in sentences, you might be looking for, or most of the time it's not really like that, but a simple way to get them in sentences is where you see a word ending in ly. Most adverbs end in ly. Now let us look at examples. With these examples, I'm sure it will make sense. Now we have quiet. Of course, quiet is an adjective, okay? And so adjective plus ly gives an adverb. Are you with me, children? Adjective plus ly gives what? Adverb. Quietly. So it goes along with adjective also. Second one, happy plus ly will give happily. Now, did you notice that this y changed to high? So aside from the fact that we are looking at adverbs, you also need to look at the spellings correctly. Is that okay, children? Happily, I-L-Y. Okay, another one, easy plus ly. The y will change to I. Okay, and you add ly to it, which makes it easily. Another one, slow plus ly will give slowly. Now, did you notice it's only y we change to I, right? We did not change w, we did not change c. Okay, now we want to look at examples in sentences. Now let's look at the first example. Kunle is careful, he drives carefully. Now you recall I said that adverb is a powerful tool, and most of the time they go along with verbs. Did you recall I said that? They modify verbs, they change verbs. Now drives is a what? It's a verb. It's an action word. And after verb, we are coming to what? To carefully. So aside from the fact that we are looking at when, how, where, to what extent an adverb is working in a sentence, we can also look for a word that ends in ly. So after verb, right, drives, we pick our what? We pick our adverbs, which is what? Carefully. Another example, my sister is a slow speaker. She speaks slowly. So children, this speaks here. I'm coming, I want to grab my pen. The speaks here is a what? Is a what? Is a verb. Is a verb. Now, after a verb, we look for what? We look for the adverb. Adverbs that change the verb. That makes us know what? What happened? To what extent she was speaking? Yes, to what extent she was speaking. My sister was speaking. She was speaking slowly. Slowly. Are you with me, children? Are you following? Beautiful. Now let's look at another one. Ashabi is a bad writer. She writes badly. She writes badly. Now, write here is a what? Is a verb. It's an action word. Now, to what extent, right? Of course, we can't see how the adverb is working in that sentence. We can't get how, we can't get when, we can't get where. Now, let's look. To what extent is there, right? To what extent Ashabi has been writing? Badly. So badly is the adverb. Are you with me, children? Okay, do we still have more example? Before we get to this part, do not forget that what we are looking at in sentences is how an action is done, where an action is done, or where an action is done, right? Or to what extent an action is done. It is only when we put this into consideration we can pick our adverbs in sentences. Is that okay, children? Good. But today we looked at the part of words ending in ly. Words ending in ly. And don't forget the ones we looked at, the examples we looked at, they followed a verb. Those words ending in ly followed a what? Followed verbs in sentences. Okay, now to the questions. Well, I have some questions here, some sentences here where I want you to fill in the blank space, right? I will do the first one for you, don't worry, so it can guide you on how to attempt the other two words. Okay, my brother's voice is loud. He speaks dash. Now, what I'll be looking for is the adjective in the first sentence. Okay, I'll be looking for what? The adjective. And the adjective here is, are you picking it for me? Is loud. Is loud. And it speaks loudly. What I just did is I added ly to the adjective, which makes it loudly. I'm sure you can attempt the two sentences now. You can, right? All right, just try it and I'll be back. Okay, all right. How did it go, children? It went well? All right, let's get the answer straight away. Temi got all English answers correct, okay? Correct is the what? Is the adjective. She got all answers correctly. So basically, I added ly to correct. 2, Balogun is a quiet boy. Quiet is the adjective, right? Okay. He does his homework. Homework what? Quietly, adding ly to quiet. Were you able to get 2? 2? The 2 work correctly? 2 out of 2, 1 out of 2. Oh, let me celebrate you with, can you give me one? Are you saying love chair? Okay, let's do it together, everyone. To you, me, to me. Mwah. Beautiful, beautiful, and I am so proud of you. And now to your assignment. Please, I want you to put this down quickly and I'll be back. Okay, children, for emphasis, you will make adverbs from the following words. Okay, you change the three words here to adverbs, and then you complete the sentences with adverbs. Number 4 and 5, you complete with adverbs. Is that okay? We move to the next segment, which is what do I mean? And basically, we will be looking at idiomatic expressions, okay? But first, what do I mean by idiom? An idiom is a common phrase which means something different from its literal meaning, but can be understood because of their popular use. You see some people using a particular, choosing a particular words while talking, and you feel, what are they saying? What do they mean? Well, they've just used idiomatic expressions, okay? And we will be looking at few of those words, few of those expressions in this segment. Is that okay? Okay, what do I mean? What does it mean to kick the bucket? Does it mean kicking the bucket you have in the house? No, there is a meaning to that phrase. There is a meaning. And it means when someone passes on or die. When someone what? Passes on or die. It means what? The person kicked the bucket. Kicked the bucket. Okay, another one. Tinu is the apple of our father's eyes. So what does it mean, children? Tinu is the apple of our father's eyes. It means she's our father's favorite. It means what? She's our father's favorite. So do well to use it while talking. Do well to use this phrase while talking. Do well to use the idioms while talking. It goes a long way in making you a better English speaker. And that is how far we can go on today's lesson. Don't forget we started from adverbs and down to idioms. Till I come your way next lesson, please do not forget that today is a new day. Learn something new. It is time for our mathematics class, and it is with Auntie Tinu. I love you. You are welcome to today's mathematics class. When I say mathematics time, you say fun time. Mathematics time, fun time. And like always, today's mathematics class promises to be fun. Yes, I am Auntie Tinu, you know that already. And today I will be teaching common multiples. Auntie Tinu, we taught multiples last lesson. Yes. Today we are looking at common multiples. But first of all, let's get correction to the previous homework. Find the first 7 multiples of these numbers, 8 and 12. How do we find multiples of 8? We can say 8 times 1, 8. 8 times 2, 16. 8 times 3, 24. 8 times 4, 32. 8 times 5, 40. 8 times 6, 48. 8 times 7, 56. So the result of multiplying 8 by any other number, or the result of multiplying 8 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 are the multiples of 8. The product 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48, and 56 are the multiples of 8. And remember, first 7 multiples. It means you start from 8 times 1, 8 times 2, times 3, times 4, 8 times 5, 8 times 6, 8 times 7, 8 times 7. Yes, first 7 multiples. Yes, so the multiples are 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48, and 56. I'm sure you got that question correctly. Good job, you. Find the first 7 multiples of 12. We can also use repeated addition. It means you keep adding 12 to itself. Yes, 0 plus 12, that stands for 1 times 12, 12. 12 plus 12, 24, that is 2 times 12, 24. 24 plus 12, or 12 plus 12 plus 12, that's 6. 36 plus 12, or 12 plus 12 plus 12 plus 12, that is 48. 48 plus 12, or add 12 5 times. 12 plus 12 plus 12 plus 12 plus 12. That is 60. 60 plus 12. Yes, 60 plus 12, 72. It means add 12 6 times, or 12 times 6, 72. Yes, 72 plus 12, the seventh multiple of 12. It means 12 times 7, 84, or 12 plus 12 plus 12 plus 12 plus 12 plus 12 plus 12. Add 12 7 times. So the product, the result of adding 12 to each other, is what we call the multiples. Yes, the products are 12, 24, 36, 48, 60, 72, and 84. Did you get that sum correctly? Bravo, good job you. Well done. Yes, well done. Good job you. Now it's brain busters time. It's brain busters time. What do we have in our brain busters today? Solve the puzzle again. I love puzzles. Let's see. Wow, it's looking so interesting. Attempt this in 30 seconds and your time starts now. Okay, I'm back. That means time up. Let's solve the puzzle. 6 plus a missing number gives 13. Yes, I taught you open sentences. So how do we do it? 13 take away 6 will give us 7. So it means 7 is supposed to be here. 7 plus 9 gives 16. That puzzle is solved. Yes. 14 take away 6 gives 8. Yes. 8 plus 9 gives 17. So simple. 13 plus 17 gives 30. 14 plus 16 gives 30. Let's see if we are correct. Yes, we are correct. 20 take away 12 is 8. 20 plus 25 is 45. 12 plus 12 is 24. 25 take away 12 is 13. 8 plus 13 is 21. Did you get that sum correctly? You deserve to roll it up for yourself. Let's roll it up. Roll it up. Roll it up. Roll it again and let it go. You are great. Good job, you. Well done. Learning objectives. What do I expect you to be able to do at the end of the lesson today? By the end of the lesson, you should be able to find common multiples of numbers. It's so simple. Yes, let's see. Common multiples. A common multiple is a whole number that is a shared multiple of each set of numbers. Auntie Tinu, I don't understand. Don't worry. Let's move on. You will get what I'm trying to say. Multiples of 3 and multiples of 4. Yes. I taught you how to find multiples in our last lesson. The multiples of 3, remember, the first multiple of any number is the number itself. So the multiples of 3 are 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, 33, 36. These are the first 12 multiples of 3. Then we write the multiples of 4. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40. Those are the first 10 multiples of 4. Now we want to get the common multiple. Common, which number appears in 3, and you can also find in 4, which number. Okay, so the common multiples of 3 and 4, the same numbers that you can find in the multiples of 3 and in the multiples of 4. They are what we call common multiples, and those numbers are 12, 24, and 36. So simple. Yes, let's move on. The multiples that are common to 2 or more numbers are called the common multiples of those numbers. The numbers that are common, that appear in the multiples of a certain number, and you can also find them in the multiple of another number that you are comparing together, are called common multiples. Yes, the multiples that are common, that are the same, that can be found in 2 or more numbers are called common multiples of those numbers. Yes. A common multiple is a number that is multiple of 2 or more numbers. We already said that. We know that already. Yes. Let's solve examples. Find the common multiples of the first 10 multiples of 2 and 3. Yes, you first of all find the first 10 multiples of 2. You find the first 10 multiples of 3. Then you check to see if there is any number common to the 2 numbers, or if there are numbers common. Let's see. The first 10 multiples of 2, we have 2 times 1, 2, 2 times 2, 4, 2 times 3, 6, 2 times 4, 8, 2 times 5, 10, 2 times 6, 12, 2 times 7, 14, 2 times 8, 16, 2 times 9, 18, 2 times 10, 20. First 10 multiples of 3. 3 times 1, 3. 3 times 2, 6. 3 times 3, 9. 3 times 4, 12. 3 times 5, 15. 3 times 6, 18. 3 times 7, 21. 3 times 8, 24. 3 times 9, 27. 3 times 10, 30. Now let's check. Do we have any common number? Is there any number that is appearing in the multiples of 2? And we can also find in the multiples of 3. Let's see. Okay, 2, 3, they are not common. 4, we don't have 4 in the multiples of 3, but we have 6 here and 6 here. That is the first common multiple of 2 and 3. Now we have 8 and 9, not common. 10, no 10 here. We have 12 and 12. That is another common multiple. 14, no 14 here, no 15 there. Not 16, but we have 18 and 18. So the common multiple in the first 10 multiples of 2 and 3 are 6, 12, and 18. We can have more than these, but remember we are dealing with the first 10 multiples. Yes. If I tell you to write more than the first 10 multiples, you can see other common numbers. So we have 6, 12, and 18. So the common multiples between 2 and 3 are 6, 10, and 18. Common multiple of the first 10 multiples of 2 and 3 are 6, 12, and 18. Are we together? Say together we are. Remember, if I ask you to write more than the first 10 multiples, if I ask you to write the first 15 multiples, you can get more numbers than this. We are dealing with only the first 10 multiples. Find the common multiples of the first 10 multiples of 3 and 5. The first thing is to write the multiples of 3. Yes, 3 times 1, 3 times 2, till you get to 3 times 10. The product are the multiples of 3. Yes, then you write the multiples of 5. 5 times 1, 5 times 2, till you get to 5 times 10. When you are multiplying, the answer you are getting are the multiples. So now let's check. Do we have any common number that appears in 3 and also appears in 5? One common number. Let's see. Do we have any common number? 3, 5, no. 6, 10, no. 9, no 9. 12, no 12. But we have 15 and 15. Yes. 18, no. 20, no. 21, not found here. 24, 25, 27, but we have 30. So the common multiples of the first 10 multiples of 3 and 5 are 15 and 30. Are we together? Say together we are. So The common multiples of the first 10 multiples of 3 and 5 are 15 and 30. Find the common multiples of the first 10 multiples of 4 and 6. Remember, first 10 multiples. So we write the first 10 multiples of 4. 4 times 1, 4. 4 times 2, 8. 4 times 3, 12. 4 times 4, 16. 4 times 5, 20. Till you get to 4 times 10, 40. Then the first 10 multiples of 6. 6 times 1, 6. 6 times 2, 12. 6 times 3, 18, until you get to 6 times 10, 60. Now let's see if we have any common number or common numbers appearing in the multiples of 4 and we can also find in the multiples of 6. Let's start with 4. We have 4 here. We don't have 4 in the multiples of 6. We have 6 here. We don't have 6 in the multiples of 4. 8 is found in the multiples of 4. We don't have 8 in the multiples of 6, but we have 12. Yes, 16, no 16, no 18, 20, but we have 24, 28, 32, no, but we have 36. And those numbers are the common multiples of 4 and 6. Remember, common multiples of the first 10 multiples of 4 and 6. So we have 12, 24, and 36. Common multiples of the first 10 multiples of 4 and 6 are 12, 24, and 36. Now do these. How well have you been following today's lesson? Common multiples. Yes, that's number that appears in the multiples of a certain number, and you can also find in the multiples of another number you are comparing together. Yes, prove to me that you've been listening and you understand today's lesson by attempting this question in 1 minute 30 seconds, and your time starts now. Okay, say all right. That means it's time up. Find the common multiples of the first 10 multiples of the following number: 4 and 8, 5 and 6. Yes, we first find the first 10 multiples of 4. How do we do that? We say 4 times 1, 4 times 2, 4 times 3, until we get to 4 times 10. Yes. Then we find the multiples of 8. 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48, 56, 64, 72, and 80. 8 times 1, 8 times 2, until we get to 8 times 10, 80. Then let's compare. Let's see if we find any number that appears in the multiple of 4 that we can also find in the multiples of 8. We have 8, yes. We have 16. We have 24. Yes, we have 32. And we also have 40. Yes, I'm sure you got that answer correctly. Let's see. 8, 16, 24, 32, and 40. Yes. So the common multiples of the first 10 multiples of 4 and 8 are 8, 16, 24, 32, and 40. Yes. Find the common multiples of the first 10 multiples of 5 and 6. Let's write out the first 10 multiples of 5. We have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. 5 times 1, 5 times 2, until we get to 5 times 10. Now let's write out the multiples of 6. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 48, 42, 48, 54, 60. Now let's compare 5, 6, 10, 12, 15, 18, 20, 24, 25. We have 30, 35, 36, 40, 42, 45, 48, 54, 50. So we only have 30. Yes. The common multiples of the first 10 multiples of 5 and 6 is 30. The common multiples of the first 10 multiples of 5 and 6 is 30. Yes. Did you get the two sums correctly? You deserve a thunder cheer. Let's go. The thunder is coming. It's louder and louder and louder. Thunder. Good job, you. Well done. Assignments, don't forget you must do Auntie Tino's homework. Don't just do it. Remember to submit in time to the WhatsApp number we usually call at the end of the lesson. Find the multiples of the first 10 multiples of the following number: 2 and 6, 6 and 10. Capture these in 10 seconds and your time starts now. Okay, I'm back. That means it's time up. And that is it for today. We have come to the end of another awesome yet educative mathematics class. But don't go away, because Uncle Sheyi is here for a whole new experience in the general studies class. Till I come your way next lesson, remember Auntie Tino loves you. And from me, it's bye-bye.
Hello, my wonderful friends. How are you today? High five. You're welcome to your favorite program, the classroom in your home. I am your general studies teacher, Uncle Sheyi, and today we will be looking at saving money. Saving money. But before we go into today's class, let's quickly have our corrections to the previous homework that you were given. In our last class, you were asked to mention two elements of culture. Two elements of culture. We have food. Food is an element of culture. Religion, language, music, dressing, and so on. And I'm sure you're correct and you deserve a pounding chair. Well done, my friends. So today we are looking at saving or saving money. And by the end of the lesson, you should be able to define savings and also mention old and new ways of saving money. Okay? To be able to mention the old ways by which people save their money and new ways of saving money. Okay? All right. Now, what is saving? Saving is when we keep things very well so as to use them later. Okay? Can you echo that with me? Saving is when we keep things very well so as to use them later. Okay? All right. Now, one of the most important things to save is money. Of course, it's not only money that we save. We save a lot of things. You can save your books. You can save so many other things. But money is one of the most important things to save. Okay? And as you can see on the screen, this is a perfect example of someone who has a box in which the person is saving his money. So it is good to save money. It is good to imbibe the habit or the character of what saving money right from your young age. All right, it is wise not to always spend our money. Pupils, did you hear that? it is wise not to always what? Spend our money, but to keep part of it for future use. You never can say what need may arise in the future. So it's always safe to keep some part of your money for future use. All right, money used in Nigeria is naira and kobo. Of course, I know you know that, and we have 8 denominations of naira in Nigeria. You have the 10 naira, the 5 naira, the 10 naira, the 20 naira, the 50 naira, the 100 naira, 200 naira, 500 naira, and the largest denomination, which is what? 1000 naira. Okay. All right, money can be of great use in the future. Money can be what? Of great use in the future. If you look at the screen, I want you to track the screen, pupils. Look at this beautiful building, this nice structure. It is possible that the owner of this building saved some of his money, and after a while, he was able to gather enough money to buy this kind of building. And as a matter of fact, I can tell you that sometimes when I was younger, while I was in school, I saved money to buy some clothes, to buy shoes, and to buy some of the books that I used while I was in school. So it is good that pupils, you should not spend all your money on sweets, on biscuits. You can imbibe the habit of what? Saving some parts of your money. Okay? All right. Now, how money was saved in olden days. I want to let you know some ways, or how the olden days people saved their money. How were they saving money? And remember, during those periods, there was no bank, there was no ATM card, there was no technology as we have it today. So how were they saving their money? All right, number one is money were saved in piggy banks. Okay, money were saved in piggy banks. And what are piggy banks? Piggy banks are those wooden boxes that are being constructed, and there is a hole, or there are holes that are put in it for you to just drop money. And some people purpose in their heart to save for a year, and after a year the box is broken and the monies are counted. Okay, and some for some weeks, some for some months, some for a long period of years. All right, so people saved money in piggy banks. Okay, another way that the people of old saved their money is in treasure chests. This is a good example of treasure chest. If you have watched cartoons, you would have seen some treasure chests like this, looking like this, where some precious things are saved: gold, necklaces, diamonds, All right, treasure chests. Another way the people of old saved their money is by hiding it in the ground and putting the money there. All right, they dug the ground, and the monies were kept in the ground, and after a while they go back there and cash out their money. Okay, all right. Another way that people of old kept their money is in precious pots. Okay, as you can see on the screen, you can see this pot of coins. Okay, the pot is filled with coins. So men of old hid their monies in precious pots, and moreover, most of these precious pots are being kept in the ground. Okay, so another way they kept their money in the olden days is by keeping them in precious pots. Another way they kept their money is by hiding the money under the bed. That's very funny. Can you imagine hiding money under the bed? But the men of old actually hid their monies under the bed. All right, now let's take a recap. We said in piggy banks, they hid their money in piggy banks, in the ground, in precious pots, and in treasure chests, and under the bed. Okay, let's continue. Now let's look at the modern ways of saving money. How can we, in this our age, in 21st century, how can we be saving money? How can you as a pupil save money for the future? One modern way of saving money is by saving the money in the bank. Of course, when we talk of bank, we are talking of the commercial banks, okay? All right, and in these commercial banks, you open a savings account with the help of your parents, of course, with the help of your parents or with the help of your elderly ones. You go to the bank and you open a savings account, and from there you'll be saving money monthly or as you wish. Could be weekly, could be monthly. So I challenge you pupils to have a savings account where you can always what? Save your money. And by the time you grow up, you would have had what? A lot of money that will be in your account. All right. Another way by which we can save money in this new or this modern day is by buying assets. Now some of you will be asking, Uncle Sheyi, what are assets? Now I will try and bring this down to your own understanding. Assets are those things or properties that increase in value over time. Yes, assets are those properties that increase in value over time. Their value is increasing. Okay, their value is not going down. For example, if you buy lands, okay, the value of lands increases, they increase over time. Okay, the value of a land increases. Okay, if you buy a car, does the value of a car increase? No. Over time, the value of the car would drop actually. Okay, so car is not an asset. When you buy a house, lands, gold, yes, the value of such properties increase. So they are assets, and after you buy them, after a while, it's like saving your money because the value is increasing. After a while, you can actually sell it and reclaim what? Your money, of which your money would have even increased. All right, so you can also save money by buying assets. Let's take them again. You can save money in this 21st century by opening a savings account with the bank, okay, by also keeping the money with cooperative societies, okay, by buying shares and stocks, and by buying assets. All right, and we said in the olden times you can save money. They saved money by keeping their money in piggy banks, by keeping them in the ground, by keeping their money in treasure chests, in precious pots, and so on. All right, I believe you have been giving me your rapt attention and you are well grounded. You understand everything that I have been saying. So you can pick up your books, open them, pick up your pen, and let us have our evaluation. I'm sure you are glad about this. So I want to know how well you have understood all that I've been saying. So please, you don't need to write the questions. No need for you to write the questions. I will be reading the questions out for you. All you just need to do is to write down the correct answers, okay? All right, now I will give you the correct answers to these questions. Number one, saving money is a wise thing to do. True. We use dollars and pounds to buy goods and services in Nigeria. No, we use naira and kobo. We use dollars in America, United States of America. We use pounds in United Kingdom. So we don't use dollars and pounds to buy goods and services in Nigeria. Okay. Number three, name two old ways of saving money. You save money, then they save money in piggy banks, in treasure chests, in the ground, in precious pots, and so on. All right, mention two new ways of saving money. You can save your money in banks, in cooperative societies, buying assets, okay, and what? And buying of stocks and shares. All right, did you get 4 out of 4? 3 out of 4. You deserve a love chair. To you, to me. Well done, my friends. Good job, you. Peradventure you didn't do well in the evaluation, don't worry. I'm sure next time you will do better. And for you to do better, you need to tune into the program in time and you need to listen attentively to the teacher. Now quickly put down this assignment. And the question says, mention 3 ways of saving money. Mention 3 ways of saving money. 3 ways of saving money. Have you done that? Have you done that? Oh, you are still writing? Okay, I'll wait for you. All right, to our favorite segment of the program. Did you know? 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 All right, did you know? Let's have our question for today. Do all mosquitoes transmit malaria? Okay, we know that mosquitoes transmit malaria. But is it all the mosquitoes that transmit malaria? Is it? Oh, you know the answer. Okay, yes. Oh, no. Okay, put down your answer. Put down your answer, yes or no. Is it all mosquitoes that transmit malaria? Okay, you've done that. All right, now let's have the answer to the question. Oh, no. It is not all mosquitoes that transmit malaria, okay? And why is that? Only infected female Anopheles mosquitoes can transmit malaria. Okay, can you see it? Not even male Anopheles mosquitoes, female. And in fact, those female Anopheles mosquitoes must have been what? Infected. So it is only infected female Anopheles mosquitoes that can transmit malaria. Okay? And it is a good thing to know. And you have learned something new today, isn't it? All right. All right. And it is on this note that we'll be calling it a day on this program, especially General Studies class. You've learned today about money, how to save money. You've learned how the olden days people saved their monies. And you know about how you are going to save your own money in 21st century. All right. And you've also learned about the mosquitoes that can transmit malaria, the infected female Anopheles mosquitoes. All right. And from me, your Uncle Sheyi, it is bye-bye. Remember, be good. Bye-bye.
Awesome. You will agree with us that today's lesson was interesting, fun-filled, and at the same time educative. Uncle Sheyi, what's your take?
Yes, Auntie Tinu, I totally agree with you. Today's class has been awesome, and we should give kudos to the pupils for always giving us their rapt attention, and especially the pupils that are always sending their comments and questions in good time. We say, good job you, Auntie Lola.
Yes, and for missed episodes, including this, you want to watch it again? There is a YouTube channel you can visit. Lagos Suburb YouTube channel. I repeat, Lagos Suburb YouTube channel. Please visit that channel. Don't forget to send in your comments, question, and homework to the number showing on the screen. The number is 08150865663. SMS and WhatsApp messages only. Do not call. Till we come your way next lesson, remember, at last Suburb,
we leave no child behind.